I was on the phone with my friend who saw some snippets of Andrew Tate, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, look, he says some good things. Like he's a good, clever businessman. Like initially he was, like he just got impressed by him, just like again, like seeing some YouTube short or something." But I said, no, the more you look into it, you're going to realize what a dickhead he is. But anyway, so he gave me a call and he said, what the hell is this dude? Like he said that I got it that he was making some of these really outrageous, making these really outrageous statements, but just for the shock factor, just to attract some people, and then to make a bigger argument against, like how the society is falling apart, blah blah blah. But then he said, no, it's just plain outright wrong, because when you preach something, like as I said to you, like these are beliefs of convenience. When your outrageous beliefs, even when you think that those beliefs are not accurate, they become beliefs of convenience because it's doing you a world of good. It's bringing you notoriety, it's bringing you fame, and then you start believing in it yourself, even though initially you might have thought that I'm just going to say it to gain some attention. So anyway, so he made a very funny comment. He said, yeah, look, he watched some clip of Andrew Tate in which he said, Andrew Tate said that, oh, look, if you drive a Tesla, then you're a brokey. I drive a Bugatti. So he said, like, how stupid is that? That's just like making fun of pretty much 99% of the world's population who can't afford a Bugatti. And he said, now, should I say, hey, you're a cellmatey, you're in prison, ha ha ha? Like, it's just so stupid. I was like, yeah, I should tell you, hey, Andrew Tate, by the way, have you actually seen Andrew Tate's photo where he's sitting in a prison van? It looks like okay. We'll move on.
Okay, while you do that, I want to just thank. Also, you got another super chat by Labelle.
Yeah, she's
I'm
amazing.
reading the Arabic version. Look at that Labelle, like with the house.
That's Hindi afterwards. Oh, Labelle. Yeah,
no, the last one on the very right. Yes, that's pretty.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There's Hindi Devanagari script as well. By the way, all these freaking idiots who worship Andrew Tate, alpha male. Look at that. He's sitting in a police van.
Oh wow, yeah.
Looks pretty scared. That ain't no Morpheus. Morpheus fought like a man. Morpheus fought Agent Smith like a man. He didn't give up on his friends, and then Neo came and destroyed the Matrix. But Andrew Tate, there's no Neo coming for you, brother. You are scared. You are a beta male. Just don't drop a bar of soap in prison. That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, to his followers, though, this is actually completely in line with what he has been saying, right? Like, think about it. Like, put yourself in perspective. I know you have to dumb it down a lot to be able to put yourself in the position, but let's just look at it from the perspective, okay? This is exactly like the Matrix. When you fight against the system, the agents notice you and they come for you, right? And again, while he was being arrested, when the reporters were filming him, what did he say to the cameras? He said the Matrix is fighting back.
Yeah,
that's what he said. That's the first thing he said when he was being arrested. Like the first thing we saw him saying. So again, to them, this actually makes more sense than before, not less than sense.
Yeah, but this is how stupid this is. Yeah, this is how stupid this whole saga is. So Andrew Tate's followers, this is what they've learned from the master. Go and commit any crime you want to, and when you see the noose tightening around your neck, then start spreading conspiracy theories like, "Hey, the Matrix is coming to get you." And when the authorities arrest you, then you say, "Aha! I told you they're coming. The Matrix is fighting back." It's so stupid. But Taters are actually so freaking stupid. They on the one hand they say, "Oh, the Matrix got Andrew Tate," but then on the other hand they also say, "Soon he'll be found not guilty." Doesn't that mean that these idiots actually believe in the justice system of the Matrix? I mean, if there is actually a Matrix, if there is this corruption, like this whole system is corrupted. I mean, of course, the system is not perfect, but if you say that, oh, the Matrix is so strong and that there's grand conspiracy to shut him down or something, and he's innocent of all charges and all crimes that they accuse him of, then they're not going to let him come out. Then they're not going to let him walk free out of the courts to say, hey, you know what? This guy was innocent. We didn't find anything wrong. Like if they're guilty, for example, when they say, oh, they first they deplatform you, then they arrest you, and then they kill you. Bull freaking shit. If that was the case, then Alex Jones would have been killed like 20 years ago. They just make this shit up. They're so stupid.
Oh, by the way, you shouldn't say SHIT because YouTube has just came out with new policies,
All right.
and they are very aggressive now about swear words. Like it just recently happened, so I don't know what the hell.
Andrew
From,
Tate. Okay.
Yeah. But here's a I do want to mention that this whole Andrew Tate and Jordan Peterson phenomenon is actually a lot bigger than a lot of people understand. Okay, this is a new philosophy that is growing, and it's a huge problem. And young men are the target, and it's bringing conservatism back. It's coming out with a new angle to fight all the progress that we have made with regards to freedom and liberty and fighting useless traditional values, right? And I don't know if you guys know about the entire philosophy. They have a consistent philosophy behind all of this. That
Are you telling me that these two are the pawns of some grand conspiracy? Because like Taters are so stupid. These people collectively are so freaking stupid. If you told them, let's just imagine Andrew Tate comes out of the prison, or he's acquitted, or he's not found guilty or anything. If we hashed another conspiracy theory like these people create, that hey, this is not the original Andrew Tate. They killed the original Andrew Tate, and now this is Andrew Tate imposter.
Well, actually, no. Let me. Do you want to know the world philosophy that these people have? Right.
Sure.
So, and again, if you want to understand them, these people, all right, the followers of Jordan Peterson and Andrew Tate, again, they do. Having the framework will make you be able to attack. And again, this is a serious threat because we are seeing more and more young men agreeing with these things, and so we have to look at everything that is fighting liberalism. We have to fight back. So that's why we're anti-religion, because it's limiting how much liberal values can grow, right? And this is almost the reason why Andrew Tate is finding an ally in Islam, okay? Because they have a shared enemy, which is liberalism. This is also why Jordan Peterson is going on this whole a parallel movement to the Abraham Accord political movement. They're also doing that now from a media perspective. They're trying to copy that because they're trying to bring all people with traditional values, whether religious or non-religious, to fight back against this world liberal order that is taking over, right? So us liberals have to understand this and see what weapons and what arguments and what new frameworks are they using against liberalism, right? And just like religion when it's originally grows and starts, it goes after young men, right? Almost every ideology, when it tries to radical ideology, when it tries to recruit, it goes over after young men, right? These are basically doing the same thing. And also, I'm not trying to. This is not a conspiracy because it's not pre-planned. It's organic. Like ideas, when they grow, it's not like a few people in a room planning these things. Like, oh, let's tell them this so we could fool them like this. It's more like Darwinism of the memes. These are ideas that survive because they're working. They're resonating with some people, and it's just working, and that's how it grows. It's not like planned or something, right? But the ideology goes something like this. Men have been left out, especially because, and this might sound weird because it is, because women have become free, right? Women have become free ever since the sexual liberation movement, and especially because birth control, because of pills that women can take so that they don't get pregnant if they have sex, right? That has opened the world to women to be able to have sex without the consequences. Women used to be a lot more conservative and picky about who they have sex with because the cost to that was pregnancy. Now that they don't have to become pregnant, now they are having a lot more sex, and now also because of women liberation, they are free to pick who they want. And this is not natural because again, I'm not saying this is all stupid. I'm just telling you what they're saying. So YouTube, this is naturally women are only attracted if they had all the options, they would be only attracted to the top, let's say 10% of men, right? even though men are attracted to 80% of women, women would be, if they had experience, they would be mostly attracted to only like 10% of men, right? So this wasn't an issue when we had traditionalism, because women were happy with who they were with, because they weren't having sex all the time with so many people, to realize that, oh, I just want the Chad guy, right? And their men were picked for them by society, by the fathers and but now that we have opened the door to this, these women are now going and having all the sex with only 10% of the men, and there's a lot of men who are without partner because of this. And I could go on about what they say the consequences of this are, but I will stop here. If somebody wants to ask, I could continue. But this is what we refer to as the incel movement, is now also the beginning of a new conservative movement. This is why we get phrases like Islam is right about women. White boys in Western countries are now going around and saying Islam is right about women because of all of this. But there's a lot more detail to it, but I don't want to bore you guys. But yeah.
I think I agree. It makes sense.
What they say, just to be clear for people who don't know what you're saying, what they're saying doesn't make sense, but what you're saying, it makes
sense. How you're identifying it, why they actually say that. I see that.
I just want to make sure people don't think like you're also...
Obviously, this guy is such a big fan of Matrix. I think it was Matrix. What was the second Matrix called? Reloaded or Revolutions? I can't remember. I think it was Matrix Reloaded.
Yeah. Only the first one was good anyways.
The second one was good too. In the second one, at the start of the movie, Neo just gives out a warning to all the agents, and he says, like, I want to create a world where there are no boundaries, no limits, where people are free. So, what the kind of world that Andrew Tate and Jordan Peterson want to create, that's not a free world. That's a world with very strict, strident, contingent rules, and especially at the brunt of it are the women. They say women, like this is what Hakikachu says it more explicitly. Hey, women, don't empower women, because if you empower women, then they're going to have control over their bodies. If they have control over their bodies, and as you said, if they have control over their bodies, then they would have, then they would be like more conservative about sex, and then they're stuck with a guy that the father or the brothers have chosen for her. So how's that freedom? And this is why the West is called the free world. Now, I know we're going through a bit of an upheaval where our society is at the crossroads where, we'll see how I reckon, I've always said it, we will evolve past it. And in fact, the world that's going to be, there's artificial wombs coming around, the number of people on the planet, that number keeps changing. There's so many other people. Well, should we have 11 billion people or should we have 3 billion people? When AI comes. So all these ideas are constantly being revived, but this is why conservatives never fucking bring anything to the table. But having said that, though, people like Andrew Tate, they're such hypocrites. Like, he is being presented to these conservative fuckboys. Sorry, I know. Sorry, we'll beep it. These F-boys, these conservative F-boys, as the role model. I can't get past it. A guy who makes, OnlyFans explicit videos, and then he says, hey, I'm a conservative. Women should have this, men should behave like this, blah, blah, blah. And conservatives are like, yeah, this is our guy. I can't go past it. We live in a clown world, man. There are some conservatives who are actually fighting back. I'm going to be sharing some tweets from this girl called Syrian Girl. She's an Australian Syrian girl. And she's going hard at this guy, and she actually
but she's a lunatic. Just to be clear,
I'm just about to say that. Yeah, she's
Syrian Girl is an anti-Semitic loon.
Yeah, and not only just that, her views are totally whack when it comes to just society in general.
Almost everything.
But she's right on Andrew Tate, and I'll tell you why. At least she's trying to be logically consistent. I ran into some other conservative guy as well, some mediocre YouTuber and Twitter activist. He's got a few 100,000 followers, but he's not massive as Andrew Tate. But even he's going after him. Even he's going after Andrew Tate. He's like, whoa, you're insulting my conservative biblical Christian values, that you're presenting him as our hero. We're against the degeneracy, and this guy is a walking, talking degenerate. And also by Islamic standards, like, I mean, some Muslim, and we're going to talk about Hakikachu as well, how Hakikachu has come out in his defense. And this guy, Andrew Tate, still has casinos. So anyway, we'll talk about him later in detail in part 2. So far, if you like anything, like, share, and leave your comments.
To have your questions answered on the next live stream, become my patron today. You can do so with as little as $1 a month. Link in the description below.